Hey guys, and today I'm going to be reviewing some mythical meat. Now the thing with mythical meat is that they're basically like pepperoni sticks, like a Slim Jim, only they have different meats in them, or sometimes meats done in different ways to try and mimic, mythical creatures. And today I'm going to be reviewing the D&D branded ones, based off of different D&D classes. And in the spirit of D&D, I'm going to turn this review into a game. Now, as you can see right here, I have the different classes for the different meats. And my plan is basically I start out with this amount of health points. And then if I like or dislike these, then I roll a 1d4 and either remove or add hit points. Well, a 1d4 plus 1. Now, I'm going to rate these on two categories. One is whether or not it represents the thing it is based on. And the other is if I like the taste of, said thing. So, let's get started. Starting off with Barbarian. Now, with the Barbarian, it is sriracha flavored duck with beef and chicken. That's going to be an interesting combination. So, let's see how this is. Okay, I had to cut it to open it. But, let's get this thing out. I'm going to eat like a little bit of it, just in case I don't like it. It's not very spicy. Yeah, it definitely has duck in it. Oh, nope, the spice is coming in. Not too bad, actually. Let me have another taste. Not too bad. Oh, that spice really comes in. Alright, so I think the Barbarian really succeeded in taste, because it tasted really good. So I like that part. And the spice that really kicks in, kind of representing the rage of the Barbarian. Yeah, I'm gonna say I like it. So I'm going to roll a 1d4 plus 1 and see what happens. And we got a 4. Ooh, that took me a while to recover from, but here's the next one. The Wizard, which is chipotle and garlic with beef and yak. Well, I've never had yak before. I did have buffalo once, so I don't know if they're the same or not. But let's open this up and see how it tastes. Alright, I got it out, and let's see how it tastes. It's a little gamey, but for the most part it just tastes like a regular meat stick. So that's a bit disappointing. Okay, so for the Wizard, I like the taste, but unfortunately I also don't think it represents the, class of Wizard. So unfortunately I'm going to have to roll for negative points. And that is a -3. Next is the Rogue. Hope it doesn't steal my taste buds. Anyway, this is slow burn alligator with beef and pork. Now, I've never had alligator, so this is going to be interesting. Okay, I got it open. Now for the taste. Oh, that's spicy. Oh, that is spicier than the Barbarian. Oh, geez. Oh, whew, that is hot. So how would I describe the flavor? Well, those cheap pepperonis that come in like a bag and they're like so processed that they don't keep them in like the freezer section? Like, that's what this is kind of like. Now, I like the taste, but unfortunately, I don't think the flavor represents the Rogue. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do negative points. And that is a -3. Up next is the fighter with a jalapeno elk with beef. So, I don't remember what elk tastes like. I think if I remember right, it tasted gamey. So we'll see how this is. I don't really know how to classify fighter as a flavor. So I'm just going to judge this one by taste. Oh. Oh, geez. That is not a good smell. It kind of smells like dog food. That is not great. That is not a great start. Well, you definitely taste the jalapeno. Well, you mostly taste the jalapeno, so that's a bit disappointing. Okay, so it took me a bit to recover because the jalapeno was pretty spicy. So I guess if you had to classify a fighter, I would assume, that they have kind of a fight in them. So I guess this does kind of, represent fighter. But also the taste was not great. So we're gonna do negative points. And that is a -2. This is not great because 3 of them have made me lose HP. So yeah. Up next is the Ranger with the hickory smoked venison with beef. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty tasty. Yep, very gamey. But it is tasty. So I feel like this both tastes good and represents the Ranger. So I'm going to give it some plus points. And we got a +3. And now we have the Bard with the buffalo style chicken with beef. Oh. Yep, that definitely has chicken in it. Oh. You could smell it as soon as I open the bag. Now let's do a little taste. Interesting combination. So I think I have another good one here. So this both represents the Bard and, tastes pretty good. So we're going to give this plus points. And that is a +2. Lastly is the Druid with the honey barbecue style turkey and beef. Sounds pretty good. Alright, got it open. Now for the taste. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's has a really nice sweet but also tangy taste to it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, not only does this represent the Druid, but it's also pretty good. So we're going to give that some plus points. And that is a +2. Now I'm going to add all this up off camera and we'll see what my total health points is. Okay, after doing the math, I can conclude that I have 35 hit points. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I got the same amount of hit points I started out with. So, yeah, I guess I'd recommend these. Oh, but guess what, guys? I'm not done yet. In the spirit of Dungeon Moshi, or Delicious in Dungeon, bam! I have some sticks based off of mythical creatures, and I'm going to try them out the same way I tried out the D&D ones. As you can see right here, I got my list, and the reason it says 30 instead of 35 is that the way I calculated how much hit points I would have is that I did 5 for each of these and added up. So for this round, there's one less than the last one. And starting things off, we are going to start out with the cryptids. So here's the chupacabra, and is well, it's worded weird right here, like it says pork snack stick, which is kind of weird because we know it's a snack stick. But anyway, it's pork, Mexican style, chizo flavored. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I assume it's going to be spicy. Okay, while I was opening this, I noticed there is a lot more grease in this one than the others, so that's interesting. But anyway, let's do the taste test. You can just smell the seasonings on it. Oh. Ah. Oh, no, that was not good at all. Like, I think they should have stuck with, like, Mexican, like, seasonings, because, it has a weird taste to it. Like, it kind of has this weird, like, old lime taste. It's not great. Oh, that's gonna make you lose some points. So, I think it represents, you know, the chupacabra, considering chupacabra originates from South America. But also, you know, the flavor just was not great. It had a very old lime flavor to it. I don't know if I just got a bad batch or something, but unfortunately, that's gonna make it lose some points. Oh geez, starting off strong, it's a -5. Next up is Nessie. Now, Nessie is beef with buffalo. And it says mild for some reason. Oh, I hit the camera again. And it says mild. So I'm not sure what that means. So let's see if this tastes like a Loch Ness Monster. I don't know why I just thought of this, but when I bought these, I was looking through the different flavors, and one of the flavors was werewolf. And in my mind, I was thinking, okay, I guess cannibalism. And then I remembered the story of King Lycan, and it makes sense. Okay, let's see what a plesiosaur tastes like. Well, it kind of has a little bit of a kick to it. Honestly, it mostly tastes like a regular beef stick. But it also kind of has this this kind of sensation, like a tingling sensation, kind of, you know, like if you taste something that's very zesty. And it kind of creeps in, you know, like a Loch Ness Monster. So, honestly, I think it might represent the Loch Ness Monster. And since it both tastes good and represents the creature, it's going to add points. And that is a +2. Next up is the Basilisk. Unfortunately, I could not find a cockatrice one, so Basilisk is the closest thing they have. So, sorry Red and Link, but this is not a good mythical morning. This is a bad mythical morning. Anyway, it is flavored with alligator, beef, and pork. But not chicken. Interesting choice. Taste testing it now. Has a very mild flavor to it. Doesn't really taste like anything either. It's very disappointing. Well, unfortunately, the basilisk failed to, impress me with taste and if it represented the creature, so, minus points. And that is a -4, so this is not looking good already. Up is the Phoenix. Can it help save them from my critiques? Let's find out. It is turkey with beef. So that sounds pretty interesting. Alright, time for the taste. I don't know, it's kinda sweet. It's very sweet, which is very weird. Okay, I was going to review this badly, but then I got an aftertaste of pepper and my mouth started burning a bit. So, honestly, that feels like a phoenix, like coming back from the ashes. So I'm going to give this plus points. And that is a +4. Next up, we have unicorn, which is beef that is smoked. So, that's interesting. Oh, it's definitely been smoked. It definitely has a smoky scent to it. I don't know what they smoked this with, but, it's very weird. It's both sweet and zesty. Honestly, I had my doubts about this one, but, I think this is going to be a plus points. I think it does represent a unicorn. Both, sweet and majestic, and a bit feisty because it has a horn. And that is a +4. Now, saving the most fearsome creature for last, the dragon flavor, which is alligator and pork, Cajun style. I don't know what Cajun food tastes like. Here we go with the taste test. Kind of wish it was... Oh, nope, there's more spice to it. I've never eaten a lizard before, but for some reason, this tastes like how I'd imagine a lizard would taste like. So I guess since dragons are, fire-breathing lizards, this gets plus points. And that is a +4. Now it's time to add up the results and see what we have. Okay, so after doing the math, I can conclude that I have 35 health points. So I gained +5 from this. So I would say I would recommend it. Oh, stupid camera. So here it is, my final verdict. If you want a beef stick that, is out of the norm, that uses like meats you usually don't find in beef sticks at the store, well, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, they're pretty good. A lot of them represent the thing they are based on. So yeah. I am a bit disappointed in the basilisk because it did not taste how you would think a basilisk would taste. So that was a bit disappointing, but all in all, I think for the most part, these represent the, things they are based off of. Anyway, if you liked the video, like and subscribe, maybe leave a comment down below of what I could review in the future. Maybe something food-based, who knows? And as always, bye! I heard they took the last unicorn and made it into this one beef stick. It's very tragic. Anyway, it does taste pretty good.